Blessed morning, children. Welcome back to a social class. So, children, today we are going to start a new chapter in history, and we have been discussing about different types of civilizations, isn't it? Yes. So, in today's video, we are going to learn about the Vedic civilization. So, before getting into the lesson, let's finish the get set exercise given in the textbook. Now, pictures are given and you have to write the name of the musical instrument. Okay, so do you know that these musical instruments were used during the Vedic period? Both the Ramayana and the Mahabharata mention these instruments. And what are the names of the instrument? First one is Damru, second one is conch, third one is Veena, and fourth one is flute. Okay, so now let's get into the lesson. So the Indus Valley civilization had begun to decline by 1500 BCE. So it was around this time that the Aryans arrived in northern India, and the advent of the Aryans marked a new phase in the Indian history. So who are these Aryans? When did they come to India? Let's see. So most historians believe that the Aryans lived in the northeast Iran or in Central Asia, and due to the difficulties in the original homeland, the Aryans migrated to other places, and some moved to Europe and others to Western Asia, and some came to India. And the Aryans who settled in India are known as Indo-Aryans. Okay, and they perhaps came in small groups over an extended period of time. And since the Vedas are a chief source of information, the period from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE is called the Vedic Age. So underline in your textbooks, very important. Okay, so what is called as the Vedic Age? The period from 1500 BCE to 600 BCE is called as the Vedic Age. So the archaeological excavations at Hastinapur and Atranjikhera in modern UP, okay, have also yielded valuable clues about the Vedic Age. So next is about the Vedic text. So what does the word Veda means? Veda means knowledge, and the Aryans composed the four Vedas: the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. So these texts contains hymns in praise of different gods and goddesses. So the hymns were recited and passed on orally from one generation to the next until they were finally written down in a textbook. Okay. The Brahmanas, the Upanishads, the two epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, and the Puranas give us information about the Aryans. So the Vedic age has been divided into two periods: early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. So early Vedic period lies between 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, and the later Vedic period is between 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. So in this video, first we are going to learn only about the early Vedic period. Okay, so during the early phase, the Aryans settled in the land of 7 rivers called Sapta Sindhu, and the Aryans called the region as Brahmavarta. You can see there in the map. Okay, so or it is called as the land of gods. So later the Aryans migrated. Migrated means moved towards the Gangetic Valley where River Ganga lies. Okay, and the Aryans called this area as Aryavarta or the land of Aryans. Okay, children. So first we learned about Brahmavarta, and now it is Aryavarta or the land of the Aryans. So first we are going to discuss about the early Vedic period. So the main source of information about the early Vedic period is the Rig Veda. So this is why this period is known as the Rig Vedic Age. So what is the other name for early Vedic period? It is the Rig Vedic Age. Okay. So first, what about the political organization? So now about the political organization. So the Aryans were divided into many tribes called Janas, and each tribe settled in a particular area. So the Jana consisted of a number of villages called the Gramas, and each village consisted of a number of families, and people were loyal to the tribe to which they belonged, and very often the tribes fought with one another. So the chief of the tribe was called as Rajan, and he was chosen for his strength and bravery. So he ruled according to the wishes of his tribe, and the Rajan fought wars and offered prayers on behalf of his people. And the Rajan was assisted by many officials under him. So, first was the Senani or the commander of the army, helped in the military duties. And the Prohita is the second. The Prohita or the chief priest performed religious ceremonies and advised on religious issues. Issues means problems here. Last one is the Gramini or the village headman informed the Rajan about the developments in the village. And people offered voluntary, that is out of one's own will, tributes called Bali to the Rajan. That means you'll be giving some donation, isn't it? Like that. So since there was no regular army, all adult males fought for the honor of their respective tribes. Tribes means here group of people. Okay. Next we'll be saying about what is Sabha and Samiti. So, children, what is the difference between Sabha and Samiti? So, there were two tribal assemblies. So, the Sabha was a council of the elder and the important members of the tribe. Okay, and here it advised the Rajan on important issues. What are all the steps to be taken? And next one, what is the Samiti? The Samiti was a general assembly where all the members of the tribe participated and anyone could speak about the problems concerning the tribe. And the Sabha and Samiti kept a check on the powers of the Rajan. Okay, and later in the Vedic period, it all changed. Okay. So now we'll learn about the social life, the social divisions of the Aryans. So the Rig Vedic society was divided between the Aryans and the igneous people whom the Aryans called the Dasas or the Dasyas. So the other division was on the basis of occupation. So on the basis of occupation, they divided the people. So this led to the society being divided into 4 groups. How many groups? 4. First one are the Brahmanas, who are priests. So they were priests who performed the religious rituals and imparted education. Second one is the Kshatriyas. They are warriors who fought wars. Next one is the Vaishyas. So the Vaishyas worked as farmers, craftsmen, merchants and traders. And the next one is the Shudras. So the Shudras served the other 3 groups and they were treated like slaves. So in all the civilizations we know the slaves were at the bottom of the social ladder. So occupations however were not hereditary and intercaste marriages were also common. So in the Rig Veda there is a reference to a family in which the father is a physician and the mother a grinder of corn and the son is a poet. Okay, now we'll see about the family and the position of women during the early Vedic period. So the Aryans lived in villages and each village consisted of many families, and the family or the Kula was a very important unit, and people usually lived in joint family, and the eldest male member was the head of the family. So he was called as a Grihapati. So you all have ration card in your home. So what will be returned as the main family member, Kudumba Talaivar? Who will be returned? It is the male head of the family, isn't it? So in the early Vedic period, he was called as Grihapati. Okay, then what was the position of women? Women were respected in the Rig Vedic society and they attended the Samiti meetings and participated in the religious ceremonies, and many girls received education. And some women may have composed hymns. Hymns are nothing but poems. Next, we are going to see about the food. So next about the food. The Aryans ate barley, fruits, vegetables and meat. So milk and dairy products such as butter and ghee formed an important part of their diet. And Sura, a type of liquor, was drunk on common festive occasions. And Soma was drunk on special religious ceremonies. So next about the dress. So men and women wore garments that consisted of 2 parts, one covering the upper part of the body and other of the lower part. And sheep's wool was used for weaving cloth. And men tied turbans and carried a small cloth over their shoulders. And both men and women wore ornaments of gold and silver. Okay, that is about the dress. So next about recreation. So chariot racing, hunting, gambling, singing, dancing and playing musical instruments were some popular forms of entertainment. Okay. So, what about the religious life? So, the early Aryans worshipped the forces of nature such as wind, water, rain, thunder, and fire. So, Indra, the god of rain, was the most important god and he was the destroyer of enemies. Surya, the sun god, Varuna, the god of the sky, and Agni, the god of fire, were important gods of this period. So, people did not worship any idols. So, they prayed in the open, they recited hymns and prayers in praise of different gods. So, on important occasions, people gather and performed yajnas and made offerings to God. So in course of time the rituals became so important that every important event was preceded by an elaborate ritual. And here what is special about the Rig Veda is the recitation of the Gayatri mantra. So now also we people believe that when you recite Gayatri mantra in the house, all the sick people will be getting cured. So continuous chanting of this mantra relieves all the stress in you and it gives some good vibration. Okay, so next about the economic life. So next about economic life. So the early Aryans moved from place to place and they domesticated the cow. So there are many references to the cow in the Rig Veda. So cattle was the basis of one's wealth. So an Aryan's prosperity was estimated in terms of the number of cows he owned. So the horse was also an important animal and it was used to pull carrots. And early Aryans knew how to cultivate different crops, and Java or barley is mentioned in the Rig Veda. So people used plows pulled by bulls and oxen, and all agricultural implements were made of either wood or copper, since Aryans had not yet discovered the use of iron. Okay, and what about the occupation? You all know. So cattle rearing and agriculture were the main occupation of the people, and other common occupations were pottery making, okay, metal work, weaving, carpentry, and tanning. So now let's see the exercise and we'll end up the session. Okay, and remaining the later Vedic period will be discussed after your monthly test. So children, finish the assignment given and write your classwork neatly. Okay, and prepare well for your monthly test. Okay children, take care and be safe. Have a great day children.